Hey everybody, it's time for kind of too many events at once again in good old Food Fantasy. So first and most simply, we have another Peking Duck rate up. I do not recommend going for this. Peking Duck seems to come around just before other rate ups that, so he basically steals all of your embers. And I mean, Peking Duck is good. I'm not saying that he's the worst super rare. He's honestly one of the better ones to get because you can fuse for his shards. But pretty soon we're gonna get Szechuan Hot Pot or whatever it's called, the lady with the gigantic hat. So she will be a summonable thing, and then there's also gonna be I forget who her SR. I think it's Beer actually. Beer is extremely good. Beer passively, or no, I think he actively buffs your damage by a percentage. So you're gonna want Beer. He's extremely good. He is basically one of those characters like Laba Kongi and Toso that double your damage in Disaster Boss. So don't pull for Duck, he is good, but you want to save those embers so you can get Hot Pot and Beer, and that should probably be within a couple weeks. 2-3 weeks, I would guess. Probably like a week or so after this one ends. And usually if there's a rate up for a non-limited character, generally, unless you have... the way it works is that there's a mercy mechanic at about 6,000 embers, and sometimes that mercy mechanic doesn't work, but you want to make sure you have at least 6,000 embers before a limited banner. And honestly, there's no mercy mechanic on the super rare, so it really is best to just save as many as you can, even with the mercy mechanic. Duck is very good to have, but it's not necessarily worth pulling for him, considering you can just get him on accident while pulling for any other. That's my logic in any of these Gashapon games. Save all your Gasha currency for the limited banners. Everyone else, you will probably get on accident over time, just on, you know, on not their banner. In addition to that, there is Where's Mung Bean? Mung Bean is apparently not super good. She's like an okay healer that has like, she only heals one character. With her energy skill, she does heal status ailments on the whole party, but only heals HP to one person. So if you have Strawberry Daifuku or Laba Kongi, those are probably going to be much better for you for Disaster Boss. That's the main, you know, use case for healing debuffs. If you have Laba Kongi or Strawberry Daifuku and you're not using them, by the way, you can almost guarantee double your Disaster Boss damage with them, so try them out. Mung Bean, it's her energy skill, so it's not going to heal, it's not going to clear as often. You will have direct control over it, but I personally can't imagine her being that good. I'm still going to summon her. I always try to get everybody that I can. But I'm not impressed with how her skills sound personally. But if you played the Bloody Mary event, you know exactly how to get her things. You have to create, you play this little random mini game. You make these arrows with basically spending stamina gets you these petals. Completing deliveries give these silver stones. And the silver stones, they make the same arrow. You just use less stamina petals if you do deliveries. So spam deliveries when you can. And there's other rewards as well. This is for the first time you can get Deluxe Bento, which adds extra fondness. It adds a little bit less than a proper favorite food. Also, this bad localization here, no additional bonus from royal management privileges. What that actually means, the Adventure Pack, monthly pack, gives bonus fondness. It triples the fondness you get when feeding, and it doesn't say that. Oh, I went into the wrong menu. So I tested some things out on my guide. There's now an in-app purchase menu that like says what the in-app purchases in-game do. Because it's kind of a lot to keep track of. There's actually unlisted benefits, especially in this adventure pack. If you only get one, get the adventure one. It has a lot better benefits. Mostly, it has some better stuff with the catacombs. It increases fondness by 3 times. It increases tips significantly, and it increases gold apparently from the restaurant. So yeah, the summoners pack isn't as good. The adventure pack is much better. As you can see, I got the skin here for cornbread. So there's one more event, and this one seems, oh no, there's 2 more events, sorry. Double Time, Act 1, you get double rewards for deliveries. So yeah, that's pretty simple. Just get more chests, so that's nice to have, especially with an event on where you want to do deliveries, because with Mung Bean, you do as many deliveries as you can to get stuff. And this last one, I don't believe is truly an event, so to speak. I think this is just a permanent feature, but it's in the event menu and it has like complicated rules. In fact, this seems really complicated and unfun, frankly. But this is kind of like advanced PvP. You register 3 teams. I think you register 3 teams and you fight on 3 days, because there's 3 days. I think people playing the Chinese version have played it. So if anybody has played it manually, like let me know if there's details I get wrong, because I don't fully understand. It seems really needlessly complicated. But there's this registration period. I think you use all 3 teams both times, or all times. But yeah, you need 15 food souls to participate, and kind of, a lot of people are worried that, oh, I don't have 15 great food souls. And I mean, a lot of people are, or more importantly, 15 great fallen angels. But the thing is, a lot of people are gonna be in the same situation as you. I can't imagine like everybody is gonna be fighting against a full set of whales with, you know, 15 full brave fallen angels, like plus 20 and, you know, 3 Peking ducks, and, you know, I don't know exactly how it works. So it could be worse, it could be whalier than I think. But it seems free to participate, but basically you set up 3 defense teams, and I assume it's best 2 out of 3, and it has this ranking thing. The ranking is not ready yet, and you're placed based on your level, so I'm in the advanced arena here. The rewards aren't super amazing. I would try at least and play in this one, because no matter where you place, you get this pioneer avatar for being part of the first showdown. And you get a pretty okay amount of cooking power. So obviously I'm gonna try and get as high as I can. If you get over 1,000, you get... It's not an amazing reward. The amount of cooking power is okay, but like... And I guess the money, for people who have money problems, but it doesn't seem super amazeballs. It seems, especially for how complicated it is. So how it works, there's a registration period, so you have to wait, and then there's a 10-hour about 11 hours, just slightly under 11 hours you have to register. And the original registration is at like 3 a.m. my time, and the match starts, the match time, unfortunately, for the day that I picked to stream, I'm going to be streaming this game Sunday. The match for Sunday, I think, is at like 7 a.m. my time. So I can't do a live stream of it because it doesn't line up right. And I don't know if I can really do an impromptu stream because I have a Patreon live stream tomorrow. If I can make it during the window, I'll try to stream maybe, if I'm in the right mood, but I might not, and I might miss it. This seems really needlessly complicated. You have an hour-and-a-half window to actually participate, and you only get a fight in 1 match. Players can only take part in 1 of the 3 matches, and your results for the showdown based on your results from that day. If your connection drops for any reason while batting another player, will be judged as a loss. It just seems really complicated, and the rewards seem really minor. Like, if you get first place, yeah, that's like 4 summons, but like, it's gonna be a whale that has spent literally thousands of dollars in this game and played it, you know, literally 10 hours a day since it came out. So, I mean, even for that whale, that's gonna be a kind of an underwhelming reward. And it just seems, this is a lot more complicated than I thought it was gonna be, and it sounds really unfun, frankly, but I won't judge it too much until I play it. I'll be interested to see, but yeah. Also, Apple Pie's event is coming pretty soon. We're not 100% sure about Apple Pie because she's not even released in Chinese yet. Initial reports were that she was a better Tom Young, like an ultra rare Tom Young, which would be an amazing character. Then reports came out that she doesn't have the healing that Tom Young has, which would make her significantly less cool. I guess we're just gonna have to wait until she comes out, because I'm just kind of confused at that point. She is an event where you have to do 50 deliveries in 2 weeks, which is genuinely impossible without crystals. If you do not sleep, if you're a robot and you fill every single one, you'll get 42 for free. And that's every 7 hours with no sleep. So crystals will be required. I'm not 100% sure exactly how many, but a fair amount. And ordinarily doing a few extra airships is actually good because you can get a profit depending on how many crystals you spend. But there's gonna be so many whales hunting for it, and just like people who have saved up crystals, like it's going beyond whales at that point. Like everybody's gonna be racing for it. It's very unlikely that you'll get a good ranking in those 2 weeks because just everybody's gonna be going for it. Everybody with crystals saved up. So she sounds pretty good, and she's a defense soul. That's why she's like Tom Yum. So if you already got caviar, not an amazing loss, especially if you have milt and caviar. Not an amazing loss, but she sounds pretty okay. She sounds pretty legit, which is kind of unfortunate because I don't like her design at all. But we'll see. And also beer, like I said, beer and Szechuan hot pot are coming up pretty soon as well. So save your embers for that. Honestly, beer is probably the food soul that I would look forward to the most out of the current and upcoming events, because he has a buff that boosts percentage-wise the attack of your team, which nobody else does that. So that could be extremely good. So that's what's new. I hope to see you in the stream Sunday. If I can't show the showdown, I'm sorry, but there's like an hour-and-a-half window and like rotating time slots, and this just sounds really... This is like a Rube Goldberg machine of PvP. I can't imagine that it's fun or justifies the complication. I really just can't, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching.